All right, happy to be here, happy to be back. You know, we were here last year, and we were talking about the launch of the very first Subnet. And the launch went really well. A year's gone by, and it's been a crazy year. I'm happy to report that the Subnet is not only still live, but we are clearing more transactions daily than Avalanche C-Chain, Polygon, even Ethereum mainnet. Sometimes all of them combined. Let's give it up for the Subnet. This couldn't have been possible without working with the Ava Labs team. They've been incredible. We've been able to brainstorm together and really pave the way for the Subnet system. That's about 450 million transactions in the last year. What else has happened since then? Well, deploying about 2,500 contracts on the Subnet, we've seen 350,000 heroes summoned in. These heroes have performed and started over 45 million hero quests. A lot has been happening since we've been here last. These are numbers that are exciting. We're very proud of them, but we're more proud of what we built. It's been a hard market, but it's been a build market. And build we have. So what have we been building? What is the vision of DFK, and where are we going from here? If you look at DFK, you see a gamified DEX, you see an integrated NFT platform, you see bits and pieces of like a tokenized RPG that may come together. What we're going to do today is talk about the vision of DeFi Kingdoms and where we're going. Woo! Now, we broke down the vision really in 6 core concepts. We're going to get them popping up on here. The first is very important, leading with the word command. Command heroes in a fantasy RPG world. I'm going to dive into each one of these concepts after we get through the 6, but this is important because it identifies the identity of the player that has kind of been a mystery to everybody so far. The next concept, player versus player competition. Because if we're not competing for glory among other gamers, what's the point? Strategic battles and adventuring. This is a fancy word for player versus environment, or PvE, but we wanted to be very specific in this concept and how it relates to DeFi Kingdoms. Gathering and crafting. Some of those big numbers we mentioned with transactions, you know, if you're wondering, how the heck are they doing all these transactions? What's going on? Well, these heroes that are summoning into the realm are questing, and they're out there gathering and crafting, preparing for battle. A concept that I'm very excited about is world exploration. I'll leave it at that for now until we get to that slide. All 5 of these concepts, they're concepts of games that are out there. But the 6th concept is really why we're all here, and that's Web3 Activation. There is no other game that I know of that is more Web3 than DeFi Kingdoms. We have hundreds of live contracts under the hood powering the game. We're not Web 2.1, 2.5. We are pioneers in Web3. All right. Command heroes in a fantasy RPG world. I said at the beginning, focus on the word command. Who is the player? What is the identity of the player? You are the commander. You are summoning your heroes into the realm, creating a legion to decide what to do. It's our job to give you things to do and the incentives to do them, but you are building that group, that troop, or that legion. DeFi Kingdoms is a game of strategy and tactics and decision-making. Over time, we've added more and more decisions to make. And this year, what we're calling the year of the game, is adding more and more of those decisions to come to life in a meaningful way. The RPG portion, I think we're familiar with that, but really bringing to life, leveling up your hero, gathering resources, getting equipment, and making those heroes stronger, which add on to the later concepts. Player versus player. So we talked about competition. You might think PvP is only like, all right, let's face off and battle. There's so much more to that. We've been doing player versus player competition since day 1 with leaderboards. We've developed a ladder system in our mini game. This ladder system is incredible. It has integrated smart contracts that allow people to play DFK duels, which, side note, over 2 million games played since launch last year. DFK duels, in the ladder system, you can compete with other players, and as you level up, if you win, as you level up, you will unlock rewards from smart contracts delivered to you automatically when reaching certain levels. This is something that other games should be taking note on, and as we come and collaborate, can really build on top of with unlocking the potential of smart contracts in gaming. Tournaments. We've had a lot of manual tournaments. Well, in the future, we're going to be focused on a way for anybody else to host a tournament. We host our own tournaments, maybe work with sponsors to have like a very attractive pot in the middle for the winners to have. Get a little creative and be like, all right, well, DeFi Kingdoms, we're not only on Avalanche, Subnet, DFK chain, we're also on Clayton. We're going to be on other chains as well in the future. Wouldn't it be fun to have a tournament where Avalanche faces off with Clayton players, where people form guilds, maybe aligned with land, to have specific tournaments? Other games come in and they want to work with DFK. They have their own XYZ themed tournament. A lot can be done with tournaments as well. Esports, we're dabbling with this. We got some fun people in the community. We have some fun people on the team that are getting quite popular in sharing things live in education and podcasts. All of this can really be brought to the next level through streaming, esports, and more. All right, strategic battles and adventuring. You'll see a little gameplay up here. This is actually live, where our battle system, which is currently being designed in development and is unlike anything that you've seen in Web3, it's got thousands of abilities that are integrated with our heroes coming to life before your very eyes. Strategic battles and adventuring is going to take that battle system and apply it to dungeons, fighting epic monsters, maybe limited events that could be fun or weird or related to holidays or other collaborations. Think of joining other wallets and other guilds to fight an epic monster that comes up with your specific heroes that carry unique traits, not only visually, but behind the scenes with their abilities and stats. Challenges as well. You know, even within our testing grounds, we can say, all right, all of your level 1 heroes, maybe all of your archers, how quickly can you defeat the blubs? And we'll throw in this type of incentive. Strategic battles and adventuring has a very huge possibility of application. This concept is adding on the previous. Now, gathering is really a function of our heroes. They're going on questing, they're fishing, they're foraging for plants, they're mining for gold. In the future, there are going to be other things introduced to gather for. Those are then used to craft. Why is this important? Because as we're competing with each other in player versus player concepts, as we have battles and adventuring, there needs to be a reason. Why are we doing it? Well, we want rare stuff. We want strong stuff. We want new stuff to better compete, battle, and accomplish, you know, our glory that we're seeking out to in the game, our legacy that we're trying to build in our gameplay. We have been starting the pieces here, and we're building on it. Coming, I don't want to say this year, but coming in the roadmap, the crafting system will be incredible to add on all the other gameplay. All right, so world exploration. We kind of went through the different concepts of player versus player, player versus environment, concepts of dungeons, tournaments, guilds, and so on. What does this all mean when we're looking at the map of DeFi Kingdoms? Well, today, if I'm the commander of my legion of heroes, I look at the map and I don't necessarily see my heroes anywhere. I can pull them up and see them. They look pretty, and then they're moving, and they're getting stronger, and they're leveling up. But the vision is really to take maybe a fishing hole, and over in this quadrant, the fish are biting, maybe 10% higher than the rest. Maybe a unique tournament is happening over in this quadrant. Maybe a very rare epic monster is summoned in this other chain, on this other realm that you have to travel to. Now, as a commander, you're introduced with some very interesting decisions. If you only have like 3 heroes to go in battle, and these are the best heroes in the game, well, 3 heroes aren't going to be able to travel everywhere on the map and do everything that you want. A commander of a legion needs a legion of heroes. Travel is what is going to unlock this. Whether they are dungeons, gathering resources, fighting with others, competing in tournaments. The commander of their legion of heroes is going to have to make the decisions of which way they go, how they go, in order to compete and play DeFi Kingdoms. World exploration, travel, stay tuned. It's going to change the way that Web3 gaming is done. All right, Web3 activation. If you've noticed, I haven't said the word NFT or token or anything the entire time we went through the previous 5 concepts. That's somewhat intentional. A lot of people in the mass adoption unlocking spectrum, they hear those and they run away. But if they get the vision that we just started to unlock, and then we say, hey, if you like playing games, if you invest all that time and you're really trying to build your legacy, wouldn't it be cool if it meant something? If it was valued at something? If it was tangible in a digital sense? We all understand that. We all love that. Well, DeFi Kingdoms is working hard to make sure that we stay true at the Web3 gaming part. We're not only cross-chain, where each chain is its own realm. We've tokenized all our assets. We don't just have 1 or 2 NFTs here and there. We have, I don't even know how many, 60 different at this point, and growing. Everything within the game is not only tokenized, but the minting and burning aspect is gamified. The players themselves mint their heroes into the realm and can burn them as well. When you go fishing and you catch a fish, you're minting that fish. When you use that fish to craft a potion, you are burning it to mint a new token as a potion. It's really unlocking the possibilities of Web3 in gaming. The native DEX is what we started with, but we're actually on the verge of releasing a new type of DEX. It's not going to replace the DFK Gardens, but it is going to make it a lot easier to list, buy, and sell all of the many tokens that are found in the game. I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to say the name, but I will say it, I suppose, because maybe it'll change. But we're calling this DFK Token Bazaar. And the plan is not only within the game to be able to list a buy and a sell order of whatever group of fish or gold or other things in the game that have up till now been pretty hard to buy and sell. You can go and list your buy and sell order and go and fill a buy or sell order. This is not only applicable only to DFK, but we're looking to drop this on other EVM-compatible chains to expand the reach of DeFi Kingdoms and allow others to use part of our DeFi technology that we're innovating. So these 6 core concepts of the game of DeFi Kingdoms, we're really trying to summarize it into 2 sentences. We started with commanding your legion of heroes. And we were ending with that Web3 activation. Now, when you think about players creating their legacy through gameplay, we want them to be able to be in the game, to stake, have ownership, have governance, and really claim their rewards. So going forward, when you hear DeFi Kingdoms, we want you to think of these 2 sentences, and you'll probably see it on our website and other areas. So to really hit home and summarize this more lengthy opportunity to explain our vision. Command your legion. I think I've repeated it enough on that player's identity, the purpose of summoning your heroes, and the strategic choices to approach tactical challenges within the game. Claim your legacy. The player is not only creating their legacy, competing for glory, and leveling up, having fun, adventuring, and socializing, but they make it real in their wallet. They either are earning or appreciating their assets through their gameplay. So when we think DeFi Kingdoms, I want you to think command your legion and claim your legacy. So what does this mean to all of us now? We are building. There are a lot of other people building outside. We really want to open our arms again. Since we met last, we did an invitation for people to come build with us. I think we have over 50 different Slacks open. We've gamified bridging. We've gamified many other concepts within DeFi natively. And we have a number of crossovers in the castle as you hop in the DeFi Kingdoms. We want players to come in and not only play our game, but to work with us. We want you to think about, if you did X, it would be awesome and we could do Z. Reach out. We have incredible developers up here in the front that are working on that, on our vision, but we want to make your vision all of our vision. So after this, we're going to be at the Ecodome. We would love for anybody to come by, whether you are a VC looking to learn more about our tokenomics or opportunities with our upcoming raise, players that are wanting to get in to the game and kind of learn, educate, and understand the game, or another protocol that would like to work with us. We want to work with you. But as we finish this up, I'm going to repeat our new slogan here. And we end everything really with yelling bullish. You see it on my hat. This hat is actually available in the merch store there by the Ecodome. I would love everybody to join me when I say stay. I'd love you to stay bullish with me, because in the bear market and the bull market, we've been bullish because of what we built, because of the team that we have and the community that we've cultivated. We are here to inspire each other. We are here to collaborate with others, and we're here to really make Web3 gaming as great and big as it can be. But we need to do it all together. So go to DeFiKingdoms.com, hop in, get in our Discord, experience our amazing community, and command your legion, claim your legacy, and stay bullish!